Hi, this is Health Professional Radio, and I'm Henry Acosta. Our guest today is the Senior Younger Onset Dementia Key Worker at Alzheimer's Australia. Her name is Sarah Allister, and she's joining us today to talk about Alzheimer's and dementia, what you can do about it and what it is, and what we should be aware about the disease or the sickness. With all that said, welcome to the show, Sarah. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you got started with your work there?
Sure. So I've been with Alzheimer's Australia for about 4.5 years now. I started working on the National Dementia Helpline, which is a national helpline that provides support to anybody who is interested about dementia, wanting to know more, families or carers or service providers. And from there started working with the Younger Onset Dementia Key Worker program, which provides individualised support to people living with any form of dementia under the age of 65. And we do this through providing information and advice and referrals and providing support coordination to participants of the National Disability Insurance Scheme.
Is that exactly what you do? Just provide support to those younger people who have dementia, or can you explain to us in more detail?
Yeah, so through the Younger Onset Dementia Key Worker program, we provide support to people diagnosed with dementia under the age of 65. So we have some clients who are in their early 40s and 50s who have been given a diagnosis of dementia. And then through Alzheimer's Australia, we do have other programs that support people who are over 65 with a diagnosis of dementia.
So what goes on? How do you give support to those people who have dementia?
So dementia affects people in a multitude of ways, and it affects not only the person with the diagnosis, but their whole family and friend network as well. So we try and tell people to start by educating themselves around what dementia is. There's often a lot of confusion. People think that Alzheimer's and dementia are the same thing and can be used interchangeably, but Alzheimer's is actually one disease that causes dementia, and there are over 100 different causes of dementia. So start off by education. We provide support through counselling, care support group programs, and then more direct lines of support and referring people into direct support services. Yeah,
and so you guys don't only support the people with dementia, but also their family and friends.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so dementia comes from Alzheimer's, or what's the key difference between both of them?
Alzheimer's is a disease of the brain, and that causes a group of symptoms which are called dementia. So you can think of dementia as an umbrella term to describe a whole range of symptoms that cause cognitive impairment and degenerative cognitive decline. And those symptoms can be caused by many different types of illnesses. One of those illnesses is Alzheimer's. But then you also have things like frontotemporal dementia, Parkinson's, Huntington's, a whole range of different illnesses that can cause symptoms of dementia.
And one of our favorite questions on the show is, what's usually the most common misconception that people have with dementia that you would like to address?
For me, it's that dementia is seen as an older person's condition, whereas we know that there are people living in their 30s, 40s and 50s who have dementia, and the impact it has on those people is just really significant. These are people that may have mortgages, still be working, have young kids at home. So the impact is really quite great for them, whereas there's such a stigma associated with dementia as being just memory loss in someone who is maybe in their 80s.
And what would be your main takeaway message for all our listeners right now?
Just educate yourself, look on the website. If you have any questions, talk to people. The more that we can talk about dementia and decrease the stigma, the better outcomes we're going to have for everybody affected, because it affects not just the person with the diagnosis, but their family, their friend network, and the community in general.
For those interested in learning more about dementia and Alzheimer's and talking to you guys, what's the best way that they can get in touch with you?
We have a lot of great resources on our website, which is www.fightdementia.org.au. And if they'd like more information, they can also call our National Dementia Helpline on 1-800-100-500.
And the website, can they find the centers or places where they can go to get support from?
Yes, so in Queensland we support people across the state. We have an office in Brisbane, in Wollongabba, one on the Gold Coast, and then dementia support centres scattered across the state.
All right, and sounds great. And thank you so much for joining us today, Sarah. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
And that was Sarah Allister of Alzheimer's Australia. And if you'd like to know more about them, about what they do and how you can learn more about dementia and Alzheimer's, you can visit their website at www.fightdementia.org.au. That's no space, and it's spelled FIGHTDEMENTIA.org.au. And if you'd like to know more about the health-related news or medical industry news, you can visit our website at www.hpr.fm. You can also find our audio archive, transcripts, and all other good stuff on that website. I'm Henry Acosta, and you've been listening to Health Professional Radio.